Here's your chance to learn at home and create a rewarding career. Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation right now. You could start your new life as an IT pro in...
I'm not...
Ready to go.
Lock and load, rinse, repeat. It's that simple.
끝내버리자.
My name is Wraith, and we have a job to do.
Introducing your champion.
I'm here, you're not. That's just the way it goes.
It's time. I'm the jump master. Not today.
The rabbit's cries
Jump master,
bring the
ready up.
wolves.
I'm not hard to understand. Death is my language. Let's land here. Get the jets, we're dropping hot.
First blood on it.
I'm going to the plane. Oh, like I dodged, rolled right up into the plane. Oh my god! Oh,
Is there a lot of people on me? I'm coming.
wait, what?
I'm coming across. I'm just gonna cross.
Why would you do that? Stay in your lane. My area. Got a cold.
Nice.
Fuck it, good fire. Fucking. We'll keep that.
Energy ammo here.
Body shield here. Level 3. I need it. You need one if you don't have it.
There is a new kill leader.
They're fighting in
New kill leader. Call him if you spot him.
Not one?
runoff.
Oh, wrong.
301 here.
I need
Flatline here.
I need an extended heavy mag.
We'll find one on their dead body. We will loot the corpse.
Back. People drop here.
You guys fighting?
Yeah, people drop. Over here.
Back.
I'm coming back.
Need to recharge my shields. New kill leader. One for them.
Fuck off, Alfred. Fuck off, you bitch. This is us?
Recharging my shields.
He's zipline across right.
Fire, friends. Enemy down. Took out an enemy.
Did y'all check out the caustic too?
I took out the cost.
Enemy spotted.
And there's getting his line here. He's just going
Yeah,
out.
Let's do it, bud. Never mind, I was joking.
Using grapple.
This won't hurt. Hold on. Thanks. Good looking out. Reloading.
I need to put that in there.
Oh, ooh, can I have that? Ooh, can I have those optics back? The one times. The H card.
Need to recharge my shields.
You need a huge cock?
No, the H card. The H card.
Give my shield to recharge. God, ring's moving. I need optics for a shotgun.
Here, have mine.
Optics here. Close range.
Using a
Thank
med
you.
kit. 1 sec.
Better run off.
Shotgun bolt here. Level 3. Bolt increased rate of fire. Using a med kit. 1 sec.
Oh shit, you gotta go out there.
Healing up. Eyes are open though.
Care package being delivered.
Incoming care package.
Using a med kit. 1 sec.
Oh, they shot the bird. Oh, they're right in front of us. They're gonna get some gold. Oh, what? Bro, come back.
Frag out.
Almost there. Where are they at?
Enemy taken down.
Frag out.
Giving my shields a recharge.
Frag out. Enemy down.
More on the bottom.
Wait, what?
Top.
Got him.
Reloading.
Boys.
I am repairing myself.
One of them had something gold from the box that they shot down.
So far I haven't seen anything gold.
Maybe they didn't get time to loot the box.
Maybe they didn't. Where's the box at?
Somewhere in the middle of runoff. By the, what is that thing? The beacon.
Find out. See nothing on the bottom.
That's the lifeline drop.
R99 here.
Oh, I'm lagging so bad.
Same, dude.
Yeah, I think we're gonna take that right now on instead of this brawler.
Using grapple.
If anybody wants to prowler, let me know. I'm dropping it right now. It has fully physical attachments.
Prowler
Ah,
SMG.
there's the
Extended heavy
gold box.
ammo here.
Wait, you found it? Where?
I need it.
It's up here.
Oh shit, makes sense.
Oh, the Pathfinder? Oh, only Pathfinder.
Oh, the Kraber boys who wants it.
Oh, I'll take it.
Yeah, that's fine.
Zipline
Better hit some
I'll
shots,
gladly
man.
take.
My
I need some shield cells. I need some shield cells though. If anybody has any. Oh shit. Okay, that's it. One team over. I got a airstrike.
Usually I would go for that Kraber, but yeah, fuck it, bro.
I'll stick with the old one.
Round 2. Beginning ring countdown.
Great. Already inside the ring.
Point them out.
Yeah, we can chill
Alright,
here.
make
I have a
that
portal. I have a portal too, so. Let me know if you see anybody.
Kill leader has been eliminated.
Facts.
Oh, where's the little thing? There it is. Let me see where the next thing's gonna be.
Watch your six.
That would probably be a good play.
Champion out.
There's another care package over there.
Scanning for the next ring. Check your minimap.
Oh man, this is a perfect sniping ring too.
It is. Should we go over here?
Here.
Yeah, you want to set up early?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm done.
I can't get a 20 bomb, so I don't even care anymore.
I didn't know that's what we were shooting for. If I hadn't known that,
Hey.
we would have pushed them a lot.
Yeah, we could have pushed a lot. Hey, does anybody have like 2 shield cells?
Good
Yeah, I
team,
got you.
Mahua.
But
Oh, you can't get up here? You got up here? There you go.
Dibs. Thanks.
Oh, you fucking cunt.
Let's explore this way.
I hope somebody launches them.
yeah, I'm about to get on top. I'm about to get on top of that thing. That way, if you can get a knock on top, then I can portal to them.
Lucky me, I have an extended sniper mag here. Wingman here.
Yeah. Days of my day. What is what? I just need a bigger backpack.
What's the likelihood somebody coming up behind us?
We're inside the next ring.
Kind of likely.
Where?
Kind of from runoff from the same place that we just came from. Kind of likely.
No. I mean, it's not out of the realm of possibility though.
It's more likely that they come from this way,
Let's
though.
explore this way.
Care package touching down. They usually carry
Unless they
red
hear
pop-
fighting, then
two
they
other
will come
squads
around.
left.
So they'll be like, oh, we gotta
Yeah.
sneak up.
I'm about to grab that. Well, I'm about to portal to that care package.
Oh, fuck, the
Punch
fucking
in the
dragon
tunnel.
that scared me. Shit my britches a little bit.
Photo placed. Not all of
Team, I found the next ring location for us. Check your maps.
Let's go this
Two
way.
teams, 2 teams left.
Yeah, we're gonna have to move that way. If you can get flip on.
I say you still have to stay up there and snipe because we got a whole round to move and we want that
Devotion.
Yeah.
that free ass snipe.
We came close to
It's a
the left,
devotion.
we gotta play with big right
Hey,
now.
I'm gonna drop this devotion. Well, here, I'm gonna grab that.
Devotion?
That,
Bro,
yeah.
grab that
Yeah, hold on. I'm grabbing my habit too.
Havoc here.
shit. Wait, what'd you drop?
The habit.
For the devotion?
Yeah, but I'll put the havoc up here though.
Havoc
Alright.
here. Optics here. Standard stuff. Energy ammo here.
Two people died. Oh, they're fighting. They're so far away.
Fuck it, let's get into the... Just go ahead and get into the circle then, fuck it.
Might be
Can we
some
get the
this
zip line?
way.
Came in here. Oh, y'all already went down?
I didn't know you was launching the zip line.
Oh, good. If we can't hear them fighting, then they're far as fuck.
Yeah.
400 meters. Oh, there's another care package right here. Fuck, I'm going for it.
Get another Kraber, bro, we won this game.
Oh, I
funny.
can't. It's in the ring.
How far in the ring? Like far in the ring?
Like right there. Nah, it's doing too much damage.
Oh yeah, even for ring too.
Attention. Delivering care
Snipe from up here.
Care package incoming. Let's get
That
to
one,
the
I can get that one.
Something good this way.
We'll bait that out.
Wait, if the dragons, wait, was there a dragon over
Let's
there?
go this way.
Oh, no, there's a dragon on
Yeah,
top.
there's a
Never mind.
dragon on
Yeah, okay.
Placing a portal.
Only one other squad left, friend. Let's win.
But where?
Obama's left hand guy.
Oh, wow. What the heck? Idiots. They're idiots. They're idiots, dude.
You are the Apex
We
champions.
won that whole game now.
Ah man, I didn't want to say, but this lobby was a bot lobby, dude. So
Yeah, that
many,
was a
like, good
bot.
players.
Yeah, it was about lobby.
Yeah, I
It
saw.
was.
I looked it up on the little tracker thing that I have. It showed everybody's ranks.
Moving there if you're standing there waiting for me.
Players started making up things on their own. There are no monsters around, they could just waltz through the map. It's all a facade, and our hope is not letting the players like look behind the curtains and see what's really going on. I am Thomas Grip, creator director at
Outlet Group
Frictional
3.0
Games
is a
and
good display of
designer
that,
of
but a team we
Amnesia: The
didn't
Dark
get to see too
Descent.
much.
We set out to make a great horror game and realized we could trick the players into scaring themselves. The Penumbra franchise is what we started at Frictional Games with. A player collapsed, could get up and continue going. So there was no balance.
What do the rich, the wealthy do differently than everybody?
Come on, we got this. We got this.
Steamed up and ready to burn. This is my favorite part.
This is your champion.
I'm the jump master. I won't let you down, except by falling.
Well, let's just say little birdie told me all about you.
Okay, teammates, bring it back so I can find you again.
Here we go. I'm the jump master. Here we go. Hang tight.
Taking damage, friends.
I'm out of here, dude. I don't have any weapon. I'm gonna have to come back and get a weapon, guys. I need a weapon, dude. I don't have one. Got it down. Come on.
Watch out for the new kill leader, friend.
Yeah, I'm coming. Are you guys resable?
Reloading. This is one way to make memories. Everybody else that allows them to actually build more wealth to get richer.
Balancing need for us anymore. So instead, we had basically nothing. We had a sanity meter, we had some sanity effects, and then there was no real fail state. And it worked better. And then we don't really say what the consequences are for this. But the player assumes, right? If you're going to lose your mind, I'm not going to be able to play him. He might die. He might, be harder to control. He might attract the attention of monsters and so on and so forth. I even think that, if I'm not mistaken, it was long ago since I went through all of this, there's a hint that says if you go too insane, monsters are going to have an easier way of finding you. This is a lie. There's no logic at all like that in the game, but we're planting an idea into the player. What really is happening in the sanity system is that it's a meter, it goes down as you're looking at certain things and as the player is in the dark for too long. If it hits certain levels, we're gonna play certain effects. There's a library of what we call sanity effects that just plays up randomly when you're at a certain level. Say if you're below 0.5 insanity, certain effects are gonna come online and so on. Then if you reach 0, you come to the end state where you collapse, you go up and regain some sanity. For the player, they see it as a fight of remaining sane, but in reality, the game always makes sure to have them at a certain spot. So you can really just play the game in any way you like, almost, and you're gonna have the same amount of insanity drop, for the game as a whole. But players are not gonna notice that. So they're playing the game based on totally different rules from what there really is underlying this gameplay loop. It's sort of like making soup on a nail. There's this fable, it's at least in Sweden, it's called making soup on a nail. And it's about this guy who comes to some family and he tells them, oh, I'm gonna be making soup for you just on this nail. And then he like, oh, well, it could taste, he pours some water in and it says, could taste better with a few potatoes. And they like throw in some potatoes and then he like makes them throw in more and more of their own stuff. And then they're like, wow, you made this tasty soup just out of a nail. And what really happened was that the family added all of the ingredients on their own. And we found out that with Amnesia and pulling away mechanics, a similar thing happened. My major takeaway from making Amnesia is a deeper understanding just how game mechanics, or that may or may not be there, shape how the player experiences things. I didn't have, I had more of a, for me personally, I had more like a classical way of thinking about it. Like you had a system, that system does things, and didn't really think past that, even though we made horror games made on atmosphere and so on. But with Amnesia, I started to realize just how important the player's mind was. And I hadn't really taken that into account to that extent that we had before. And for company-wise, the major thing for us was that, well, now we're not just a company making horror games, now we're the company that messes with players' heads. Amnesia had an incredibly important part in influencing how we developed Soma. There was tons of takeaways that we used later on. So first and foremost, it was how we shaped the player experience. Like in Soma, we wanted the story to be about something a bit deeper than just scaring the player. And had we not done Amnesia before it, we would not have the ideas and even in some sense the language to speak about it, because at this point we started to think about things in what's in the systems and what's in the player's mind and that sort of thing. Whereas before, system and player's mind was basically the same, but after the Amnesia, we learned how to split them and we learned how to use that to our advantage. This was crucial for the development of Soma, where the players should start thinking about consciousness and about morality with robots and so on. And in order to achieve that, we had to have like a really strong understanding of what went through the player's head as they encountered different situations. The other way in which Amnesia inspired Soma was that we wanted Amnesia to be about deeper themes. Like we had this idea that it should be about what makes someone evil, and I didn't feel we got that across. So we got the scariness. We knew we had a tool in how to trick the player's mind here, but I didn't feel that we used that fully. So in making Soma, I wanted to like take a much larger focus on achieving the thematic things and then using lessons in Amnesia from doing that. So it's sort of interesting how I both felt Amnesia was a failure on one end, but at the same time, it taught us so much about how to make these sort of experiences. And hadn't we done it, we wouldn't have been able to do Soma at all.
Started off with a very simple character first called Hatman, and he was a blue stick figure with a hat drawn on a white square.
or I'm playing, in the in-house 10-mans.
Yeah.